In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for Istanbul. One of the questions we get asked most is how to build a travel plan for the only city in the world that straddles two continents. To see the essential historic attractions, we recommend at least 4 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 4-day itinerary with the best of Istanbul, detailed day by day. So let's get started. When is the best time to visit Istanbul? The best time by far is spring and fall, from April to May and from September to October. The weather is mild and comfortable. We recommend avoiding the months of July and August, as the heat is intense and the city is packed with tourists. Mandatory documentation. To enter Turkey, you need 2 things. First, a valid passport with at least 6 months of validity. Many nationalities do not need a visa if the trip is up to 90 days, but you must obtain the e-visa, or electronic visa, on the official website before traveling. The e-visa for many nationalities costs about $60, and about travel insurance. For Turkey, travel insurance is not mandatory, but it is highly recommended. Medical costs here are charged in euros or US dollars, and a simple emergency can cost tens of thousands of dollars. We never travel without it, and in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. We'll leave the link in the description. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around Istanbul. Istanbul is a metropolis with over 17 million inhabitants. Renting a car is completely unnecessary due to chaotic traffic and extreme parking difficulty. The main transport is public, using the Istanbul card, a rechargeable card that works for all modes. The T1 tram is essential for the historic area. The trip from the airport, IST, to the center of Sultanahmet takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes by metro and tram. The ferry for crossing the Bosphorus is a tourist highlight. Taxis are cheap, but traffic is slow. A trip from the historic center to Taksim costs about 10 to 15 euros, but can take over 40 minutes. For those who will rent a car, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. Rent only if you are leaving the city for Cappadocia or the Aegean coast. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. The main choice for first-time tourists is Sultanahmet. The pro of this area is the walking logistics to Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, the Cistern, and Topkapi Palace. The con is that it is very touristy, expensive, and has limited nightlife. Profile. Ideal for first-timers. The second option, and the trendiest modern area, is Karaköy and Galata. The pro is that it has modern bars and chef-driven restaurants and easy access to the T1 tram. The con is that it is more expensive than Taksim and requires uphill walking. Profile. Foodies and nightlife lovers. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best central region to stay in. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels we've stayed at. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and an all-inclusive resort that we love, known for having the best value for money in the region. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good boutique hotels in Karaköy sell out months in advance. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper. International Travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator, which we do not recommend for Istanbul, and the global account, to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. Now, for the day-by-day itinerary. Day 1. Arrival, Sultanahmet, and mosques, morning. You arrive at the airport. The logistic is to take the metro and the T1 tram to the Sultanahmet Center, which takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Check into your hotel. Afternoon. Your focus is the #1 attraction, Hagia Sophia. Entry is free, and it is essential to visit outside of prayer times. Right after, visit the Blue Mosque, which is across the square. Entry is free. For dinner, eat an authentic Iskender kebab at Bursa Kebap Evi, near Sultanahmet. A plate costs about 15 euros. Day 2. Topkapi Palace and Bazaars. Morning. Visit Topkapi Palace, the main residence of the sultans. The logistic is simple. It is a short walk from Sultanahmet. You should allocate 3 to 4 hours to see the imperial treasury. The ticket costs 30 euros, and for the harem, it is an additional 15 euros. It is essential to buy the ticket online in advance. Afternoon, Take the T1 tram to the Eminönü stop. Visit the Spice Bazaar, where the aromas are incredible. Then walk to the Grand Bazaar. This is the largest and oldest covered market in the world. The secret here is that bargaining is mandatory. Start by offering 50% of the initial price. Night. Go for dinner and explore the bars in the Karaköy neighborhood. Day 3. The Modern Side and Cistern. Morning. Take the T1 tram to Karaköy. The walk up to the Galata Tower is short, but steep. Climb up for the 360-degree view of the city. The ticket costs 30 euros. Then, walk along Istiklal Avenue, the main shopping street, to Taksim Square. Afternoon. Return to Sultanahmet. Visit the Basilica Cistern, famous for the Medusa heads. The ticket costs 20 euros. Night. Take a short Bosphorus ferry cruise to see the city lights. It costs about 15 euros. It's a romantic way to see the city. Day 4. Asian Side and Departure. Morning. Take a ferry from Eminönü or Port and cross the Bosphorus to the Asian side in Kadıköy. The trip takes 20 minutes. The logistic is that you can explore the Moda area and visit the local market. For lunch, try the famous Turkish ice cream in Asia. Afternoon, visit the Rami Koç Museum, which is a science and transport museum with many boats and old airplanes. Night. Take the metro or your pre-booked transfer to the airport, IST SAW, for your flight home. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like Topkapi Palace and the Basilica Cistern can sell out. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the video description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for Topkapi Palace, tickets for the Galata Tower, and Bosphorus boat tours, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Now let's move on to gastronomy. Istanbul is a culinary paradise. Typical dishes include doner kebab, lahmacun, Turkish pizza, manti, Turkish dumplings, and baklava, pistachio and phyllo pastry dessert. For restaurant suggestions, Durumzad, cheap, Beyoğlu, 5 euros, is famous for durum kebab. The restaurant, mid-range, Sultanahmet, 40 to 50 euros, focuses on seafood and mezes, and neo-local, expensive, Karaköy, haute cuisine, 100 euros, has a spectacular view. Quick shopping tips. The focus is rugs in the Grand Bazaar, jewelry, spices in the Egyptian Bazaar, and Turkish delight, lokum. Istiklal Avenue is for clothing. The Turkish symbol, the evil eye, Nazar Bonkuk, is also a great souvenir. And for those who are new here to the channel, subscribe and like the video for more tips. And how much does it cost to eat in Istanbul? It's one of the cheapest capital cities for tourism. A doner kebab at a counter costs 2 to 3 euros. An Iskender kebab plate costs about 15 euros. A full dinner at a mid-range restaurant will be in the range of 30 to 40 euros per person. And what to do at night? The nightlife is intense. The center of the club scene is the Beyoğlu Taksim neighborhood. The Karaköy area has chic bars, and if you're traveling with children, they will love the Bosphorus ferry cruise. Other attractions are the Istanbul Aquarium, one of the largest in Europe, and the Rami Koç Museum, a science and transport museum. And to combine your trip, Istanbul is the gateway. The most classic combination is an internal flight of 1 hour and 20 minutes to Cappadocia. The second is with Greece. You can take a ferry from cities like Bodrum to the Greek islands of Rhodes or Kos. If you liked this detailed Istanbul itinerary, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave your questions in the comments. Thank you very much and have a great trip.